Handling program exits in Python.
My name is Mohammed, and coding alongside me.
Is George, and today we'll be going over handling program exits in Python. Go ahead, Mohammed.
So, before we get into the meat of our problem, I want to again re-emphasize the importance of you, our viewers, commenting on this video or any one of our videos to uh, to let us know on what topics you want us to create our content. While we already have a content direction, a lot of that is driven by viewers like you telling us what you want us to explain, what you want us to delve deeper into. And that is a very important part of the content that we create. So this video and the topic in this video was identified by a comment of one of our viewers. So please let us know so we can create content that addresses problems that you face, because that is the purpose of our channel. Now, let's focus on exit functions in Python. Exit functions in Python, when we mention that, we refer to functions that are called when a program is about to terminate. These functions are often referred to as exit functions or exit handlers, whatever the case might be. They're designed in specific to perform cleanup tasks or to execute specific actions before the program exits. This is very important to understand, because when you create a script or a program in Python, at a certain stage, you occupy resources, or you are doing something, and at the end of that program, you might need to, at every case, run a system that cleans up the program, patches some error, or performs a certain task that is integral to the running of that program. And that's where exit functions come in. The most simplest application of exit functions would be, let's say your exit function occupies, rather your program occupies the memory in the computer, right? But that memory is not released until you specifically tell your program to do so. And that is where an exit function comes in, because instead of hogging your computer memory, uh, exit function can make sure that it releases that memory at the end of the program. And there are many reasons why an exit function is very integral to programming on a professional level. Python provides the itexit module or atexit module, which allows us to register functions that will be called when the program exits. Now, the exit point can be the successful running of the program, a program interruption, or any exception error that is being raised. So it runs at all points when the program successfully exits. Now, this exit is regardless whether it is a normal exit or an exception exit. Now, before we move on to anything else, if you'll focus on our screen, you'll see a code base of a very simple implementation of the using the atexit model of an exit function and its implementation in Python. And the reason why we, in all of our videos, expose you to the actual implementation of this code every time is because that is how you learn programming. You don't learn programming through looking at animations, looking at different videos explaining concepts. You learn programming by being exposed to the actual implementation of that code. And that is what we try to do in every one of our videos. And that is what you can see right now. Now, this is a very basic implementation of an exit function in Python. We are using, if you look at line 1, we're importing the atexit or atexit module within Python. Then from line 3 to 5, you can see we define an exit function. Basically, what it's doing here is it's defining a function that we want to run at the end of our program or when our program exits, right? So what this function right now is doing is just printing exiting the program, performing cleanup tasks. So we know that this program ran at the end of our function. After that, on line 7 and 8, you'll notice that we registered the exit function with the atexit module. So using itexit.register, we link up our exit function and register it with Python, telling it that at the end of this function, at the end of this program, you need to exit from this program, run this exit function. Now, if you go to line 10, that's where our main core program is defined from line 10 to 12. And this is not that important in the context of an exit function. But we still print main program execution just to show that the main function ran. So what you need to understand here is we set up a main function, we call that main function, right? And it prints main program execution. This is mimicking an actual main code base running basically. And the exit function printing, exiting the program, performing cleanup tasks. This is mimicking uh, our exit function successfully running, right? And you'll notice another peculiarity within this code base. At no point within our main function or elsewhere do we call out the exit function or run the exit function, right? Which is an important aspect to note here. At no place within this code base, we are actually running the exit function. We're only running the main function on line 16. And the main function within it is at no place is executing the exit function. The only place the exit function, there's no place where the exit function has been called on. But the exit function has been, the only thing we've done with the exit function other than defining it on line 4 and 5 is registering it with the itexit module on line 8. Now, if we run this piece of code, you'll see main program execution, exiting the program, performing cleanup tasks. So it shows that the program ran successfully. Now that that's clear to us, there are certain other aspects that we need to understand about exit functions. So there's certain use cases for exit functions. Exit functions are useful for performing cleanup tasks or finalizing actions before program termination. The specific, I mean, we talked about this earlier, but the specific use cases that we can list out right now are closing files, releasing resources, as I gave an example earlier, saving a particular state. Like for example, when you save your file, right, that could, or a certain action of saving something or saving a certain state in your code could be something that an exit function performs. Then any other task that needs to be completed regardless of how the program exits, right? And this exit could be a normal exit when the code runs successfully, an exception exit when an exception is raised by the code in try and except statements, or a manual interruption of the running of the code. So this would run in all cases when the program exits successfully, and that's an important point to note. Now, there's a very important factor that comes in when you're working with exit functions. In this piece of code, we were just dealing with one single exit function. But in most cases, in your professional work or any professional software, you would need to write more than one function that needs to run and do cleanup tasks at the end of your function. One could be cleaning up resources, the other could be saving state. There's a countless amount of things that you might need to do at the end of your program.